Hey guys, this is Jeff Beavers and my co-host Donna Bowles with Inside the Hornet's Nest, and we are coming to you much like everyone else when they interview via Zoom.
That's right, Jeff, and I'm so excited that we have a couple of our softball players here with us this week. This is, as everybody's talking about, this is unprecedented time, so we are on Zoom with our interviews, and it's okay. This is the best way to do it. We can't be in person, so we're doing it this way.
So, technology is wonderful.
Here we go. We have, I love watching these girls play, and I couldn't wait to have them on as our first guest. We have junior Tyler Erwin, and Tyler's a pitcher. Is that right, Tyler?
Yes, ma'am.
And we have senior Abigale Bryars, and Abigail, you're a pitcher as well.
I am.
So we're going to talk to you girls a little bit and just find out what's going on, how you're coping. But let's start out. I want to ask you first, Tyler, let's start with you. How long have you been playing softball?
I've been playing since I was 5 years old, so probably around 12 years now.
Wow. And how long have you been pitching?
I started pitching when I was 7, and so I've just stuck with it because I thought it was really fun, and it's just kind of been my go-to, and it's like really helped me throughout the years.
And how different is it from pitching and being in the outfield?
Well, I don't really play outfield. I'll play first base if I'm not pitching, and it is really different because when you're pitching, you're always in every play, and so first base, that's not always the case. And so pitching, you're always doing something, and that's what I love about it.
Right. So, Abigail, how long have you been playing softball?
I've been playing since I was 5 years old. I started a long time ago. That was definitely a long time ago. I played at Oak Mountain, but I've been playing since I was 5.
Okay.
So,
wow.
My question to you, Tyler, are you a righty or a lefty?
I'm a right-handed pitcher.
When you play first base, I know that that's more of an advantage as a right-handed position player on first base.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
It is, yes.
And what do you prefer, first base, or do you prefer being a pitcher?
I prefer being in the pitcher position just because, like I said, you're always in every play, and I enjoy that. And I feel like I can always contribute when I'm pitching.
Abigail, let me ask you a question. I have always heard that it is a natural movement of a softball player's arm as far as how you release the ball. You wind up and you release. So with that being the case, you could actually go out and pitch a full game, and probably if it were a doubleheader, you could pitch that as well without any problems to your arm. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So what do you do? What do you ladies do to get ready for that? I mean, if it's not that much wear and tear on the rotator cuff or whatever, what do you ladies do? How often and how much do you pitch?
Well, okay, so header will 7-inning games, and when there's 2 pitchers, 3 pitchers, one will pitch one game, and another will pitch another. But let's say I'm hurt or Tyler's hurt, and so it's just us 2 pitchers. Well, what we do to prepare, we know that we're going to be going into basically playing 14 innings if it's a doubleheader. So I just make sure that my arm is well stretched and it's good to go, and I make sure that I warm up very well so that I'm able to not injure myself while pitching.
Yeah, stretching is very important.
Yes.
Do you run into issues with what are some common injuries of a softball pitcher?
All right. Well, I'll tell you one because it happened to me during the home game.
Yes.
So I was pitching, and not my striding leg, but the leg that I drag came up, and my knee will it feels like it's rotating or popping in and out of place. And so eventually it was messing up my pitches. And so I came out, me and Tyler were talking. She was like, yeah, that happens to me sometimes. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of common because, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's like an uncomfortable, but it messes with your pitches.
Yeah. And going along with that, like stretching is very important because potentially going back to if you didn't stretch enough, that could cause that. And so stretching, yeah.
So go ahead, Donna.
I wanted to ask a question. We all know this season was cut short, was halted by all this, and gosh, just devastating. I got to go to one of your games, just one, and I love watching you play. And I was so looking forward to attending more games and seeing you both pitch. But I wanted to know how the season was going up until that point when you knew you weren't going to be playing anymore. How was the season going for the team? Anybody, either one of you.
Well, of course we had our ups and downs at times, but I feel like we were coming out pretty strong. And our mission was to make it to state this year. Like that's what we had always said coming into it. And I feel like we were going to get there. So I feel like that's the path we were going on before it got cut short.
I noticed teamwork. If you want to talk about that, I noticed a lot of teamwork.
Definitely.
What do you think about the teamwork?
I mean, we've had our ups and downs in the past with, like, being together and, like, because we've always been, like, sectioned off, like, this group with that group, and then there's another group. So I think this year that we kind of all got it together and finally, like, worked as a team, got along, just because all of the issues in the past.
The team chemistry this year was definitely there.
Go ahead.
Moving forward, Abigail, what are your plans now?
So I'm playing softball at Wallace State Community College for 2 years. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm not majoring, but I'm leaning towards physical therapy assistant, which is a 2-year degree. So if I can finish at Wallace, then I'm going to try and do that. And if not, I may play softball. And if I don't play softball those next 2 years, then I'm just planning to go to Auburn.
Okay. Well, War Eagle. So, Tyler, for you, you got your senior year to look forward to.
I do.
What do you foresee for the team? What's it going to look like next year, especially thinking about what you guys are going through right now?
Yeah. Well, I think this just kind of shows that we can't take any, and I think the team realizes that it could be taken away from us like at any moment, any time. And so next year, I think we're just going to come out even stronger than we were this year at the beginning and play every game like it's our last. And I think that's very important that we do that.
Yeah. Jeff?
Abigail, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What is the mindset with all of the seniors at this time? I mean, you guys, and not just the athletes, but your senior class, you know, no one would have ever thought around Christmas that the end of your school year was going to be before spring break even started.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to mentally, you know, keep from absolutely breaking down? I don't know if you've cried over any of this, but you know, it's your senior year. These are things that unfortunately you're not going to be able to get back. So how are you guys coping with that?
Right. So for me personally, yes, it's sad, but it hasn't hit me yet. Like I'm still, it's like it doesn't feel real, so it hasn't hit me yet. And I know when it does hit me, it's going to be a lot of crying. But as a class, as a whole, a lot of people are upset. You know, people were posting all on Instagram or on Snapchat or on Facebook, all their like sad, like all the memories of high school. It's what has hit me is that I'm not going to be able to have a graduation. Like I'm not going to be able to walk. I'm also not going to be able to play with the people that I've been playing. Like Tyler, I've played softball with her since I was like, 10, 8?
Yeah, maybe.
And so I'm not going to be able to play with her ever again or with any of the other. My best friend, Carson, she's a senior. I've been playing with her, and she's not playing college softball. And so I'm not going to be able to play with her ever again. So it just hasn't. It's hit me, but it hasn't to the point where I became like, emotional.
Yeah.
So it's sad. It's very sad though.
Yeah. Well,
So, Jeff, I was just going to speak to that. These are not any of my children, but I feel like they're my kids. And so I have cried over this. I have been emotional. It's really.
well, what I can say is my son graduated last year. And so I try to put myself in the position if this was his senior year. Plus, I also know what my senior year was like, and how close I was to everyone, whether they played sports or not. You always have that group to where the athletes generally gravitate and hang out toward one another, and everybody has their own group like that. But graduation night for us, everybody was one class, and unfortunately, there were people in my class that I haven't seen since graduation. So, and I know that what I'm about to tell you ladies already know, but just whatever you can do, make the most out of this situation, because this is a situation that you'll look back on, and you guys are writing history right now, whether you realize it or not. And take advantage of every possible thing that you can, because when you get my age, or if you're still young like Donna, then what you're going to do is, when you get together with your friends, it's not going to be about memories that you made in college. Those are going to be some of the things. But when my buddies and I get together, we talk about high school, and all of us went to college. So it's real important. My heart goes out for you ladies. We certainly appreciate you being on the show today. And if there's anything that we can do to kind of help and smooth the transition, let us know.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, girls. We appreciate it so much. We enjoy this time with y'all. And look, we're praying for y'all and your class. And go Hornet.
Go Hornets.
Go Hornet.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.